Spring is in the air, and you know what that means? It's baseball season. I won't speak for my entire country, but as a Canadian, I will say that I never really felt a connection with baseball. I mean, there has to be a reason it's called the American pastime, aside from the fact that Blue Jays haven't made the playoffs in 2 decades. As a result, though, it's just as hard to get into baseball movies. Hey, come on, you'd find it hard too if April always looked like this. This is real school. If you build it, he will come. You know, if that were a Canadian film, it would have been a hockey rink he built in the middle of his corn, which I'm guessing is hard to do in Iowa. Right off the bat, no pun intended, you have to realize that because I know nothing about baseball, I really don't know that much about Jackie Robinson's story either. I mean, I know a little bit about Shoeless Joe because he was in a movie, and I worked at his chain of restaurants. I know about Babe Ruth because of John Goodman and his candy bars. Wait, do we have those in Canada? I may have to do some chocolate bar related research. However, my ignorance on the history of the sport was never really an issue, as I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't really a baseball movie. The themes of the film went much deeper, and it actually reminded me of experiences I had when I watched great baseball movies like Field of Dreams and Moneyball. I am very glad that writer-director Brian Helgeland didn't focus on the history of Jackie Robinson. He focused on the fact that Robinson made history. While Helgeland has written some amazing period pieces, it could have gone either way if he really stuck to the history of this movie. I personally liked A Knight's Tale, but a lot of people had issues with the liberties that he took with the history of the piece. Having said that, who wouldn't want to live in a world where David Bowie music has been around for hundreds of years? Triceratops. If you are a baseball purist, then you may be a little disappointed that it's not entirely a biopic. That may be why the title of the film is 42 and not Jackie Robinson, because as I mentioned earlier, it's about something bigger. 42, in all of baseball and the world of social equality, now stands for an ideal. Not to take anything away from his accomplishments, but I doubt that even Jackie Robinson would mind that 42 is now a symbol for equality. But not all aspects of the film were created equal. The performances in the film were very hit or miss. Again, no pun intended. While there were some great supporting roles, Lucas Black from Tokyo Drift, T.R. Knight from Grey's Anatomy, and John C. McGinley from Scrubs, the rest of the supporting cast were not that strong. Andre Holland, who played reporter Wendell Smith, really stuck out as one note. His character apparently only had one reaction to anything that Jackie did. Triceratops. And if you can get past him, then be prepared for some of the most annoying child actors you have ever seen. It could have been that some of the dialogue was very weak, which is surprising because Helgeland has written some amazing films like LA Confidential. But it was balanced out slightly because some of the lines in the film were fantastic, as were the performances. This has to be one of the best roles that I've seen Harrison Ford in when he's not playing one of his iconic characters. He was unrecognizable as Branch Rickey, doing his best Clint Eastwood impression, and he really carried the film. However, he was not the most memorable performance, as once again, uber character actor Alan Tudyk really stole the show. I may be a little biased, being a fan of Tudyk's from previous Whedon works, but Tudyk, who worked with Helgeland before in A Knight's Tale, really grabbed the audience's attention in a very short amount of time. In his role as former Phillies manager Ben Chapman, he plays a vile, racist son of a bitch, and only scenes after berating Jackie Robinson with racial slurs, he has the audience laughing. That is something that only great character actors like Tudyk can pull off, and so he is 42's for the win. But it is Chadwick Boseman's understated and quiet performance that helps you really relate to the struggle that Jackie Robinson and any hero who has had to fight for racial rights had to go through. It is about a man who had to fight incredible odds and a hate-filled world to become one of the biggest icons in one of the biggest sports, and the film is an earn it. Whether you want to see a little bit of a biopic, a great underdog story, or even, yes, a baseball movie, I think you'll really enjoy it. Poll question time. It's an obvious one, but it's one I haven't asked before. What is your favorite baseball movie? As always, leave your answers in the comments section below, and until next time, school's out.